Would you guys like to see a remaster or remake of the original God of War? That's what we are going to talk about for today's video slash rumor. Sit back, relax, enjoy, take a beverage, and let's get on with the news. So there's this new rumor going around from Spatial Nick. I've featured him many times on the channel and he has heard something very interesting and he told about it in his podcast towards a trilogy remaster for the original God of War games. Also, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. It can be about anything, can be about God of War related. Let me know in the comment section down below and I might feature your comment in the next video.
I for a long time have been a person who has bemoaned the direction God of War went somewhat and have yearned for the hack and slash OG God of War games. And when I heard that this might be happening, I told a friend of mine who also loves the OG God of War trilogy that this might be happening, and they got very excited. And I've heard that we might be getting the OG God of War trilogy remastered on PlayStation. Now, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if it's announced 2024, maybe released 2024, released 2025, or it's released 2024. That part I'm not clear on.
I find this terminology that he uses, trilogy, for God of War, so the whole trilogy, a kind of important detail, because in my opinion, I think more of a actual remaster than a actual remake from the ground up build. Now, Jeff Grubb is also in this podcast and he was saying maybe it's something like Metroid Prime. They were speculating about that. If you guys don't know, Metroid Prime had just a kind of remake. It's technically labeled as remaster released, but it really looks almost like a remake because they overhauled the graphics somewhat with the same gameplay. So maybe this trilogy for God of War could be done in the same way, where they just maybe upscale somehow the graphics, but still retaining basically the original gameplay. Now, it's interesting if this is going to be a remake, because if it is actually a remake, is it going to stay with the original camera, with the original action-focused combat, instead going the new direction with the more cinematic approach, like God of War 2018, I believe, and God of War Ragnarok? Is it going to be that style, or just indeed like the older games with better graphics? We don't know that at the moment. I would put my money, if I'm speculating, on the fact that it will be more like the originals, with maybe somewhat of a top-down camera, not the cinematic over-the-shoulder camera that we have right now, but just with better graphics. I wouldn't be surprised at that, especially if it is a whole trilogy. Now, think about it, we don't really have anything for next year for first party, at least for PlayStation. What if they release this remaster for God of War in the meantime that we are waiting for this standalone God of War game for Atreus? Because I do still think that that will happen, a standalone game for Atreus. I'm pretty sure of that. Maybe it's also a shorter experience, like a Miles Morales-esque game. Pretty interesting stuff if they could indeed release a remaster, maybe alongside with the Atreus game, while we wait for the next mainline God of War. I think that could be indeed something to that. Now, of course, this is all a rumor. Keep that in mind. Take it all with a grain of salt, as always with the rumors. But I do try to pick the most confident insiders that have been right in the past. So maybe Nick is wrong, we shall see. I find this a pretty interesting rumor for you guys. A God of War remaster, I do see it happening. Now, what about God of War Ascension? Of course, because that's also a standalone game. He said it would be the trilogy, not with Ascension. So Pretty interesting stuff. I will update you guys if I hear more about this rumor. I have no comment of the day for this video because I already did a comment of the day for my previous video that I also uploaded about Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Check out that video if you guys are interested. I told some stuff about details for the new Yakuza game being 70 hours long with its main storyline. If you guys are interested in that, watch my video on my channel. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like this video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more gaming leaks, rumors, that type of stuff towards the biggest single player games for PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox. I covered that all. And of course, visit my social media in the description down below. And I will see you guys in the next Get Rekt Gaming News video. Bye bye.